Hello there, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to another Town of Salem Coven gameplay. Today, I'm recording this in post because I'm an idiot. This is not news to you. If you've been around for more than one video, you understand this already. But yeah, I forgot to hit the export in my Audacity. So, I have to re-record this, and it's all in post, which some people really hate and some people don't mind. You know what? It's a good game. So I'm not going to not show you guys just because I messed up. Instead, I'll put in a little bit extra time and redo this. So, here we go. I'm suggesting that the PM Invest Day 1, I'm Coven Leader. We're playing Sponserved. Sponserved is a tough game for any evil to win, but Town hardly ever wins. So, that doesn't really make sense, I guess. But as an evil role, you have to fight against the other evil alignment, the neutral killing, potentially the neutral chaos, pestilence, pirate, etc., vampire. All of these can kill you, and so on and so forth. So I do control night 1, and I find a psychic. Psychic doesn't really help me. Maybe it gives me a place where I can push later on. Psychic claim. I'm gonna claim vampire hunter. It's not a very strong claim, and to be quite honest, it's not gonna last me very long. But it is a claim that can be made in this game mode, and when you don't know if there is vampires or you think there might be vampires, it's a fairly safe claim early on. Vampire does die night 1 though, and so now I have a decision to make. Do I think there's no more vampires? And in which case, if I'm wrong and vampires kill somebody, I immediately get killed? Or do I go ahead and say that they did get a convert last night and therefore there is one vampire? So I'm going to assume there's a vampire left. They investigated, let's see, they investigated a paintbrush, and I'd like to know who they are. We're gonna be a little bit talkative, me and my Coven team today, and I think that's a good thing. When there's this many evils, whispering is not something that you typically get called out for. So, sheriff down, killed by a crusader, so we know that there is a crusader, and then a pirate also, pirate killed this person, a letter, the psychic, who I had controlled, giving me no information at all for my night 1, and then a noun also dead, and killed by a member of the mafia. And who is that? Indeed, that is going to be the pirate, which is pretty cool for us, right? Pirate killed off psychic, crusader killed off sheriff, vampire killed off by, I can't even remember now, but vampire killed off is the point. A child says, I was attacked and protected. You have saved a child. The name theme, by the way, was A followed by a noun. Some people just did other things, and the theory is then a sandwich died last night, a letter died last night, a noun died last night, so on and so forth. And I'm gonna whisper to my member here, my partner, says, what was the results? And there's a CC for sheriff, forest crusader. This is good. We got a little bit lucky here that we found the crusader early on. It gives us the ability to kind of use them using Coven Leader. I get to use them to protect somebody, or to even potentially kill off somebody. So, for example, if I thought there was more TP, I could bait a TP into a target that I bring the Crusader into, therefore killing the other TP with the Crusader. Crusader is valuable to a Coven Leader, just like some other roles are really valuable. Vigilante, bodyguard, stuff like that. Very powerful for us to have. I think even Trapper can be used if they have a trap built, and you get a little lucky with that. So, a lot of CCs and a lot of TI claims, but it really doesn't matter much. We're going to be going through the random towns pretty soon here and figuring out exactly who's left. Was it a serial killer that killed day 1? I think it was. Healer attack, my partner says, and I'm asking, who am I going to protect, do you think? Who do you think should be? So, alright, here we go. You heal me, and I'll protect you with the Crusader. Not a bad plan. We can't die tonight. And with 2 town already dead, this might be a quicker game. It's certainly shaping up to be a quicker game. I'm going to keep my Vampire Hunter claim for now, and just keep building it. And because I whispered to Aaron today, I wanted to make it look as if that was on purpose, like as if I purposefully was checking them, giving me just slightly more credit, perhaps, in the eyes of maybe 1 or 2 people. Alright, mauled by werewolf. also died guarding somebody. So werewolf in here. I do think the vampire was killed by a serial killer, and that means that that werewolf is the any role. We actually have basically all of our main evils figured out here. Any werewolf, SK neutral killing, neutral evil we don't know yet. Neutral chaos was vampire, and neutral chaos 2 was pirate. So now serial killer making another kill here as well. Bodyguard down is super great, and they killed somebody, which probably means a werewolf. I'm happy with that. Vampire hunter now Vigi. So my will is totally useless now. It cannot be used at all. But perhaps it doesn't. Perhaps we're at the stage of the game where we're not going to have a chance for it to be used anyway. They are legitimately Vampire Hunter gone Vigilante. And now I'm going to go ahead and switch up my claim a little bit to look out. Now, it doesn't really matter so much, my claim at this point in the game, because there's really no evils, or there's no town left primarily. And here's why. We're going to do the math for ourselves too, right? 5 space for random town, and then the any. So potentially in a blank game, 6 spots for town, potentially. We have 4 dead town right here. 4 dead town right on the board, which means there's only 1 random town left. We happen to know that random town is Crusader because we controlled them. Therefore, Crusader random town is random town 5. They can't be a random town in the any because we have a werewolf and a serial killer. Serial killer takes up the neutral killing spot, which means the any is taken up by the werewolf. There's only 1 town left, and then there's 2 of us versus 2 Mafia versus SK versus neutral evil. So, we're okay for now. We are in potentially good shape, but we do need to get pushes out here. A corpse is claiming that a town is suspicious. Now, a town is not us. It's not one of my Coven members, so I really don't care. We can push anybody as long as it's not me or my potion master. I don't care, right? Now, a child says, can we just vote me, please? I'm the last town, and I'm done. Well, you're not the last town. 4 is the last town, which makes me think that you're trying to be lynched. This person, a child, seems like they are probably a jester, but it's not a bad play. It means that one of us isn't being killed today, and I think we could potentially win tonight if we have what we need available. So we don't have an attack from Potion Master, but we have me, and I can control the Crusader protecting one of us today. I have a basic defense when I have the Necron, which I have right now, and so I can't be killed by serial killer or Godfather. The only person I can be killed by, well, there is nobody I can be killed by, but my partner can be, but I have the control over the Crusader, so we'll be able to protect them today. I'll be voting this. I'll be guilting this. We're sure that this is not the last town. The last town is 4. We know that. I don't know if the other evils do. 2 people know a town and a paintbrush. A paintbrush being the last town. A town being, I don't know, some evil another. So, I'm asking nicely for the jester to kill either a phone or a corpse. That would help me out very nicely. But, I don't think that's good. It may not happen. My partner, the Potion Master, abstained. So Sans is dead. Jester win. Congratulations. 10 out of 10 play. I'm not really sure if that was a 10 out of 10 play. Well, we knew. You know what? It was a solid play. Claiming the final town was a solid play because everybody was willing to lynch you. But I think that really what Mafia and serial killers should have been trying to do is not kill town. They should have been trying to kill any other evil. So I'm not sure if claiming town was a 10 out of 10 play, but it worked, and it was a decent play. I knew that was a jester coming in, and hopefully I don't die tonight because it'd be nice to keep me alive. I can beat GF or SK alone. So we're controlling a paintbrush into Aaron to keep them alive today in case they do get attacked by, say, a serial killer or a Godfather. Crusader's gonna die as well here. And so, okay. I believe actually we did have an attack from the Potion Master, by the way. If I remember correctly, we did. So, serial killer, stabbed by a serial killer, killed by Crusader, also killed by Potion Master. A-Town is dead. A-Town, oh, you know. A-Town was the Disguiser. So they weren't the Potion Master, so they must have been the Disguiser. Disguiser sent to A-Town today. I guess I understand why you'd be doing that as Disguiser, but it wouldn't have changed anything. There's nothing that was changed there. However, my PM is dead. My PM is dead, killed by the jester. So a bit unfortunate there. My PM would have been left alive had that not been the case. I'm asking for information here. A phone claims Mafia. A corpse claims SK. And I know that I can win this so long as the SK dies. I'm not entirely 100% sure, and correct me if I'm wrong, who wins in a 1v1 between Coven Leader and SK, but I think the tie goes to neutral killing. I think the tie always goes to neutral killing. But I'm fairly certain between Coven Leader and Godfather, the tie goes to me, the Coven Leader. So that's what I'd like to do here. And a phone is under the impression that that is the case. A phone who claims Mafia, Godfather, thinks that we draw if we both end up the last two alive. I'm gonna let them think that, because if they think that, I have a better chance of getting away with the win here. So, I'm trying to convince a phone that that is the case, but I don't think it will give it a draw. No, a phone, it does give it a draw, it does. Now, I never claimed to a phone or the SK what it is that we were. They do not know who I am. They don't know if I'm the SK or the Coven Leader. Perhaps they perhaps they think I'm the serial killer, and we'll learn a little bit more about that in just a second, but this is pretty interesting. NK wins draw, I say, otherwise it depends on KP, we can't kill each other. So, think of following GF, you can't win, just saying. So, that's wrong, of corpse, I can't win. Huh? Yeah, I can't win, I'd rather give it to the SK, says a phone, who is, voting with me today. So, I'm fairly certain at this point that a phone thinks I'm the serial killer. And I don't know why, but GG, that was, a corpse was a serial killer. They never claimed it, from what I could see, to the other person. Maybe they didn't whisper and I was too busy whispering to see it, but I think that a phone is under the impression that they're giving the win to serial killer here by lynching a corpse, but a corpse is a serial killer. And just never seemed to be asked. They never claimed it. Perhaps if they had, it would have been a different game, but alas, Jester wins, I win, and that went very well for us. Now, assuming that the day turned into night, and that our Jester killed off anybody else who wasn't the Crusader or my Potion Master or me, Crusader had Inode, then we probably would have had a different game. Thanks for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed. See you next time.
Okay.